Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play the Operative No One Lives Forever. I'm Mark91 and let's go find that safe. That's those. Yeah, there was a ladder over here though, so those two were the closest intelligence objects in the whole game, I believe. And closest to each other. And it seems we got rid of all the guards. But let's be stealthy. Ooh, just in case. Only armored. I'll just let this one live. Yeah, it's a bit of a policy I have. If there are threats, kill them, or at least make them just to disarm them and such. But if they're unarmed and no threats, let them live, unless they grab a gun and attack you. This one's out of place. Oh, nice. Again, I skipped the stupid code breaker. Okay then, let's prepare, because the Baron said there were security in there, and I don't think they would be stupid enough to to keep security on the same power supply. Oh, good thing I went underneath that, because okay, this place can be pretty frustrating. Of course, when you don't have the sunglasses equipped with the infrared, you can't see them, and you're pretty much just going to die. This one is getting where it gets tricky because of the moving beams. So we can't, well, we either have to jump or can't jump, and whoa. Just whoa. The best word to describe this, I think, would be close your ears if you don't want any cursing. I'd call it a clusterfuck. Whoa, they really overdid it with this, with overkill. But this can lead to where people can get stuck, because I try to get through here, which is completely impossible, and believe me, I've tried enough times. But you might notice this. Ta-da! Our Trojan horse. Well, not Trojan horse. Our sneak route. Sometimes you can still set off the one of those beams and kill yourself with the toxic if you're not quick enough. Oh, photograph, some nice pictures, paintings, but for a safe it's pretty empty. Okay, there we go. Anyway, Goodman's finally waiting for us.
Let's get out of here. What's wrong? Volkov.
Once again, I find myself aiming a pistol at someone you care about. Drop your gun.
How do I know you won't shoot him?
You don't. But you can be sure that I will shoot him, unless you do as I say.
Don't listen to him, Archer.
I realize you are American, and therefore feel entitled to speak your mind whenever you please. But you are also at gunpoint, and very likely to be shot if you don't shut up!
Go to hell.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Best
I
line.
heard you. Tell me what you said.
I thought you wanted me to shut up. Now you want me to talk? Make up your damn mind.
You are testing my patience. Miss Archer, I suggest you drop your weapon before your obnoxious American friend forces me to silence him, once and for all.
Don't do it.
What?
Get out of here now.
Tom!
Go.
Whoa.
Go.
Sacrifice. Goodman! Goodman! Goodman!
After her! I
Yeah.
hope you are pleased.
I tried the Metal Gear Solid joke there. It's like... Well, that's the last of Goodman then. No bonuses.
A bittersweet success, to be sure, but a success nonetheless. Recovering from Agent Goodman's death will be no easy task, but you can be sure harm won't sit idly by while you grieve. The information you recovered from the headquarters of Dumas Industrial Enterprises may prove to be the break you've needed. Report to the war room for a full briefing.
Well, here we go. An ounce of hope, a pound of despair.
Go!
Okay.
Tom!
Get out of here now!
2 partners so far. I'm getting the feeling that this is similar to another move, to some move or something.
Archer, please report to the war room. Thank you.
Well, there we go.
Agent Goodman's death is a terrible blow, no question about it. But although this mission was costly, it may well prove to have been worth the price.
I wish I could believe that.
You mustn't lose sight of our objectives. The sacrifice of any or all of us is a small price to pay to preserve the lives we will save if we are successful. Tom knew the risks. So did Bruno. So do you.
Knowing the risks doesn't really prepare you for losing a partner. It certainly doesn't prepare you for losing 2.
Nothing can prepare you. The loss of an operative is never expected and is always tragic. But as horrible as it sounds, it's also inevitable. It's a dangerous job.
Perhaps Mr. Smith is right. Perhaps I'm not up to the task.
Rubbish. You've performed remarkably well under extraordinarily difficult circumstances. I confess I was somewhat skeptical at first, but that was before I grasped the magnitude of the situation. In my entire tenure as a field operative, I never once faced a crisis this formidable, and certainly can't say I would have done so with the aplomb and competence you've demonstrated thus far.
I didn't realize you were a field operative.
Indeed, for 14 years. After the war, I found I was having a hard time adjusting to civilian life. Fortunately, an old acquaintance of mine was recruiting for Unity and happened to ring me one afternoon. I've never looked back. Sort of difficult to imagine, isn't it?
Not at all.
You flatter me. Anyhow, let's have no more self-pity. What do you say?
Yes, sir. So before you served on the committee, you and Bruno were colleagues.
And friends.
Did you ever work together on an assignment?
Frequently. We lost track of how many times we'd saved each other's lives.
And you still believe he was capable of treason?
In my heart? No. Intellectually? I don't quite know what to believe. No question about it. He was always a steadfast, resourceful fellow. But the history books are full of patriots turned traitors. There's no telling what a man is capable of, given the appropriate temptations.
I know what I believe.
I admire your conviction, and I pray you're right. Ah, Mr. Smith, I hope you have some good news.
Good news would be that we hadn't lost another valuable agent on this mission.
What news do we have?
Well, our analysis of Agent Archer's photographs is complete.
And?
We have a possible lead on Dr. Schenker's whereabouts.
I think we can classify that as good news.
As I said, it's all relative. This harm situation isn't the only crisis in the world, and we're fast running out of competent field agents.
Then suppose you get to the point and tell us what we know about Dr. Schenker so we can go fetch him.
It's somewhat speculative at this point, but it's possible that harm is keeping him at a secret underground research facility in North America. We don't know the exact location of this facility, but thanks to the files Archer photographed, we know it exists, apparently in the vicinity of a lumberyard in western Washington state. It seems the site is being supplied by an American Railways passenger train. Records and research has dug up evidence of various trains making unscheduled stops in the area over the past 3 weeks.